Good morning, everyone. Happy Tuesday. It is now August 15th. Lisa, Lydia, Scott here with you this morning. Before we jump into our weather headlines and news headlines, I want to remind you, of course, we're live on Facebook. If you're new to finding us here, we go live right around 8 every weekday morning. But of course, you can find this on your news feed throughout the day. We make it into a podcast. So you can go to inform.com/podcast and look for the Inform Minute. You can listen to it that way every weekday morning. And also, you can find us on our Inform YouTube channel. Today, the heat is back, and it sounds like it's a near perfect summer day if you're not ready to let go of summer yet.
Yep.
Today's your day.
Yeah, I know it's the last day of summer for a lot of North Dakota kids. There are some schools headed back tomorrow, so soak it all up. We'll be in the mid-80s this afternoon. A little bit of a breeze southwest. I'd say about 10 to 15 sustained, but an occasional gust up near 20, so I think you'll notice it, but it's not crazy windy. It'll be windier the next couple of days, so enjoy today, I guess. Otherwise, mostly sunny. A couple of those afternoon fair weather cumulus clouds possible. They popped up yesterday. I'd expect them again today. They're those kind of bright white popcorn clouds. They won't block a lot of the sun, but you'll see some of those this afternoon. Otherwise, it's just a warm one. No humidity, low humidity, no smoke in the sky. So overall, a pretty nice day. Clouds tomorrow. Those will start to roll in, especially throughout the afternoon into the evening as a front moves through. It'll still be warm tomorrow, but as that cold front drops in, we'll watch out for just an isolated thunder shower. I think Fargo will probably get missed, but the chance is there for tomorrow. Hopefully folks up north that really need the rain and have missed out on several of these past rains get something tomorrow. Hopefully they can squeeze out a little bit of moisture. We'll be a smidge cooler then on Thursday as we're post-cold front, temperatures in the upper 70s. So not cold, but we will kind of miss out of one day of the 80s. Friday comes back in full force though, and temperatures will be right near that 90-degree mark. So it's going to be a toasty one on Friday. Staying in the upper 80s on Saturday. Next chance for thunderstorms will come on Sunday.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead and plan maybe a lake weekend this weekend.
Yeah.
If you wanted the, well, it can still be warm into September. But,
Yes, it certainly can. But this one's looking good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know my father-in-law was thinking about we need to get the oil change on the boat before this weekend. So take care of those sorts of things because you're going to spend the weekend outside and soaking up the last little bits of summer. Even if you do go back to school this weekend will feel like summer again. Yeah.
It's a few kids. Yeah,
You
exactly.
know,
Summer's ending for a lot of kids here.
No signs of fall in the forecast yet.
That's okay.
No PSLs just yet either.
Right.
Okay, that's all. Thanks.
We're also on pumpkin spice latte watch.
Yeah. Well, my girlfriend was watching this morning, Lydia. She said August 24th, I think.
Okay, that's
that's next week.
Yeah. So it's always been the 25th historically.
You can't hear. She said historically on the 25th is
Yeah,
what usually.
so
they're gonna push it.
Move it up a day.
I think that's around the time when West Fargo public schools start for the year, so like kind of lines up there. I think you're going to see a lot of high school girls walking in with their
Pumpkin spice. Right on cue. They go together. Okay, let's dive into local headlines this morning. Some pretty big news for you guys. Today, a man who murdered his ex-wife in front of their kids will be sentenced. Anders Odegaard entered into a plea deal last month in Marshall County, Minnesota. It calls for him to spend the next 18 years in prison. He hit and killed his ex-wife, Cassandra Odegaard, a year ago during a child exchange at their home in Warren. They had 5 children, and Carissa was picking them up to go to church. Odegaard entered an Alford plea to that charge of unintentional second-degree murder. That means he is not admitting to the murder, but says there's enough evidence to convict him. That hearing is starting about a half hour from now at 9 o'clock this morning.
Another big murder investigation that we're tracking for you. The family of a West Fargo woman, also a mother of 3, who was murdered last week. They're now trying to raise money and show support for her children. There's a GoFundMe page is set up for 30-year-old Sonia Moen. West Fargo police have confirmed that they say she was beat to death, and they accuse her husband of doing that inside their home. Now her family, Sonia's family, is trying to come to grips with the tragedy. They've upped the fundraising goal to $50,000, thinking about her children. Right now, at least as of this morning, it was sitting at just over $34,000. The man charged in her death, 31-year-old Spencer Moen, he's in jail right now, held on a $1 million bond. We learned a lot of new details yesterday. The incident happened last week. He was in court for the first time yesterday, and we got our hands on the court documents revealing some pretty disturbing details. He's accused of videotaping some of what actually happened, videotaping his wife. after the incident happened, and there are also allegations that his kids were inside the home. I did watch some of the court hearing that was recorded, and the prosecutor was saying that the kids, one child called her mom and was hearing different things. Another one witnessed some wrestling inside the home. All of that is detailed in these court documents. It's hard to hear, hard to read, so if that's something you don't want to look at, but a lot more to this story has been uncovered, and you can find that at inform.com.
Sonia's sister has also been sharing her memories of her sister with WDAY news reporter Matt Henson. You can read her comments, see some of her favorite pictures of her sister, along with another additional story on this whole thing on inform.com. So lots to dig into regarding the whole situation.
This morning, we've learned that a driver will not be facing charges after hitting a child on a bike in Moorhead last night. It happened right around 6 o'clock, right near the Crossroads Lutheran Campus Ministry at MSUM. Moorhead police are now telling us that the driver was watching another pedestrian when the boy shot out on his bike in front of that driver. Officers tell us the boy suffered minor cuts. His bike was badly injured, kind of stuck underneath the vehicle, but at this point we're hearing no charges.
Today, voters will decide on a recall election. Horace City Council member Stephanie Landstrom is trying to stay in office. She's being challenged by one of the organizers of the recall vote, real estate agent Arlen Fisher. Those people were upset with Landstrom when she voted to end a property tax abatement program for people who bought new homes there. Cass County expects between 400 to 600 people to cast their votes for this recall election. It's taking place at the fire hall. It started at 7 o'clock this morning. It will continue until 7 tonight. We'll let you know the results of that recall election tonight at 10 if they're in, or tomorrow morning on First News.
Only 15 days after it became legal in Minnesota, the city of Dilworth has decided to ban recreational marijuana in public places. The Dilworth City Council voted unanimously to restrict the use of marijuana to inside people's homes or at licensed events. Now, under this law, which takes effect immediately, it makes it illegal to use marijuana in public places like parks or maybe out on the sidewalk. If you violate that new ordinance, you could face a misdemeanor charge, which carries up to a $1,000 fine and 90 days in jail.
Today, North Dakota Governor and presidential hopeful candidate Doug Burgum will be in West Fargo. He'll be giving a speech at the 2023 Governor's Summit on Innovative Education. That event starts at 9 o'clock this morning at Cheney Middle School. The free summit offers educators with an opportunity to reimagine what could be and transforms education to help equip every student to be prepared for an ever-changing world. This year's theme is Building Blocks for Success.
Okay, we mentioned this yesterday. It's just been 1 month since Fargo police officer Jake Walling was killed in the shootout. We know he was a new recruit, brand new police officer. We're still reeling from that. And now today, Fargo police welcoming 10 new officers to their force. Actually, when all of that broke, we were able to find video of his dad pinning him on the same ceremony. So it just really hits close to home. Today, the department's going to be hosting graduation and a similar swearing-in ceremony for new officers this morning at 11. The city of Fargo will live stream that ceremony across its media platforms.
Big national story this morning. Late last night, Donald Trump was hit with his 4th indictment in about just as many months. New this morning, we also know that he's being charged alongside other folks. They're accused of trying to overturn the 2020 election in the state of Georgia and then covering it up. It's all part of a 98-page indictment, so lots of details in this whole thing. The district attorney in Georgia is giving all of those defendants 10 days to turn themselves in. She wants to hold that trial within 6 months. And this morning, we actually added up all the charges to the other cases that are involving Donald Trump right now. In total, he's facing 91 criminal charges across 4 separate cases. Some of those felony charges come with the possibility of lengthy prison sentences if found guilty. The most serious could be 20 years in prison.
Hot Mike with Don Izzo coming up 9 to 11 this morning on WDAY Extra. Hot Mike is live on location this morning at NDSU football practice. The Bison, of course, are in the middle of fall camp. We're on the countdown to the season opener at US Bank Stadium. Today they're going to be talking to, we're going to have both the offensive and defensive coordinators joining the show. Tyler Roll, Jason Petrino, Matt Larson as well, the athletic director, to give an update on the season opening big game.
Yeah.
And I'm excited for Bison football. I'm not excited for fall, but I'm excited for Bison football.
Football season makes fall okay. It's
Yeah,
like
that's
the
true.
change of the
It's the
season
only
means
thing I look
exciting
forward to.
football games.
Thank
so
goodness.
should be a fun show. You can watch it from 9 to 11 this morning on WDAY Extra and Inforum.com.
And remember, right now is a great time to get your Inform.com subscription. 99 cents a month for your first 3 months. Just go to Inform.com/subscribe to check it out.
Yeah, and remember, join us for the rest of our newscast today. Our next one's at 11 o'clock. Then later in the day, 4, 5, 6, 9, and 10. And we'll be back for First News tomorrow morning from 5 to 7.
Have a great day, everyone.
Bye-bye.